Okay, I'm starting to do some of the artwork. I am creating my own color here. I've already taped it up. I guess you can tell that, huh? And in between kind of a yellow and an orange, kind of an almost a egg yolk color. And I'm using a stippling brush. You're not mixing a big batch of it. I'm taking a risk that the color match could be off on one side. I'm not looking for a smooth, refined image. Kind of a aging process. This is a little rough texture down here. It's a little more and if I have some paint bleeding, if it bleeds up under the tape, I'll just get some gray and match it up, straighten it out. I'll catch you up later on it. Okay, I am removing the tape. Oh, I forgot. A minute ago, I am drying in between coats. Kind of force drying it. Of course, now underneath it's still fresh. It's still gummy, but the top is dry enough to put an extra coat. And I want it kind of weathered looking. But now when you're pulling your tape off, that's what I wanted to tell you. If you're pulling your tape off, pull it backwards. Because there's a skin, it's still wet, and it could tear off in a weird way. But if you pull your tape backwards, you can pull it off early instead of waiting. I'm not one much for waiting. And there'll be a few places I might have to touch up some gray. There's a spot there I got to clean up or touch it up. But yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, I'm going to do some other stuff to it. I'm going to do some black wash in these areas here. I wanted to put a ring around this, but all them little indentions here would be hard to tape inside of those. But I wanted to put a ring right here. I'm going to see what I can do. But yeah, pull your tape off backwards like that. A few little places to touch up. Well, that's where I'm at so far. It's going to be some touching up here to do. It really bled under there bad. I may can clean some of that up right now with some water. This is water soluble tape. I mean paint. And the primer's not. The black wash will hide some of that too. I've got some black here, and I've added just a little bit of water to it. Mix it up. And I'm doing a black wash here. Kind of fill in the low spots. It may be a little thick. I may need to water it down some more. But then take a paper towel and just kind of daub it off. Get the high spots off. Kind of rub it around even a little bit. Now I'm gonna have to stay away from that yellow stripe because it's still damp. Add just a little more water. Try not to get down in the crease. And this being an automotive type paint product, the plastic spray or whatever, plastic spray, helps a lot to where this water base does not dig into it, does not cut out of it. But if it was a water base, you gotta let it, if it was an acrylic, you gotta let it dry for maybe a couple days before you do this. Try to not go down in the crease. Then you can daub a little of it out because you don't want it perfect. Okay, if you get something you don't like over there, you can just add a little water. Okay, let me get a little further along and I'll catch you up to speed. Doing a dry stippling, and that's when you just about wring your brush out of all the water, and you just lightly dip it with you put a lot of water in your paint, a lot of water. And then stipple it off on a paper towel where it's almost dry, and then come along areas that you want to highlight or darken. Dry it off some more, make sure it's dry. If it gets too dry, add a little water to it, but then you got to really get a lot of it out. It's like you made a mistake, you got to dry it off. Let it just dry for a second or two. Get a clean paper towel and just blot it. I didn't let it dry very long. See? Okay. Now I'm going to do that on the lower section, and I'll bring you back to it. Okay, up around these stripes I have to be real careful with the brush stippling. And right here I want that to come out big, so I'm trying to do hardly none on there. Try to make it stand out. Going back and add another coat, but I may let that sit there just for a second. Go to the other side. Don't let it sit too long. You don't know how fast it's going to dry. If it's not enough, you can come back and put a second coat. Keep finding you a clean spot on the paper towel. Remember, blot, don't rub. Okay, I wanted a little more black down in there, so I'm going to use a smaller brush. A little thicker stuff. Just lay it in there. Keep plenty of paint on your brush. Might as well take advantage of it. Okay, there it is. A little bit of stippling and stuff. I filled in them deep places here. Sitting back on the model or the ship. I want to stipple a little of this here to kind of help blend it a little bit. I'm probably not going to stipple any of this here because it's already rustic looking from the pits from the adhesion spray. But I may remove that for now. I got to try to stay off of the little door. Okay, now I'm wondering about these. Maybe I should, because the glass is going to go on the inside. That I may just let dry. I'm not going to try to daub it off. They're so small. You got to get them in different angles now. Try to not re-wet your brush. Okay. Now I need to try to daub this off some. That may be enough. Kind of give it a little aging. Alright, I got to do this side and then I'll catch you up to speed. Okay, this is where I'm at right here. I even did a little stippling back here. I keep forgetting about the tail end, or the back part of it. And where that tape pulled the gray off, I may just leave that. Looks aged. And I'm pretty sure this is going to go up here. I got to get some more gray paint. I want it to blend in at least. But yeah, I'm real pleased with it. Stippling down in the, down in the little cracks and stuff. It's falling apart here. I got to work on the bridge. I got to work on these hallways down in here. Alright, I'll catch up speed after a while. Alright guys, tell them where you seen it at. If you like it, like it. And if you want to stay in touch, subscribe. We'll stay in touch. I'll even go check out your channel. Talk to you later. Bye.